I'm very flustered that you're here.
What?
Because
I'm flustered to be here. I love you starting out this way. Like, but you instantly put me at ease.
Really?
I'm like, honestly, have never felt this comfortable around you.
Well, on cameras is where we both feel the most comfortable.
That's true. But before this, downstairs, and then you let me come in your room and you're like changing, you're peeing with the door open. But even before that, the second you open the door to your mansion, you just go, do you need anything? What did you say to me? You said something that I was like, Mom? Mama?
I took out my
You
tit
go, what do
and put
you
it in
need?
your mouth.
You go, what do you need? I mean, I'm not kidding you. I was sitting on the toilet, like, because I gotta go to the bathroom. I was sitting in there in your perfect bathroom that's like dimly lit, and I just wanted to like camp out in there. It's better than my like any room I've ever owned or rented is that bathroom. But I was sitting
That's
in
my
there.
panic room, but okay.
It's incredible in there. And you had towels instead of like paper towels, and I just like don't know what to do with a towel, like a personal towel.
Did you steal it?
I thought about it because I was like, there's nowhere to put this thing. So I just kind of like tossed it gently on the counter and hoping that it gets blamed on someone else.
Someone's going to reuse it in the time of COVID when I should have disposable napkins.
No, that was the right thing to do. But I was sitting there and it just resonated in my head like, what do you need? What do you need? It was just so loving. I get that energy from you now.
And you were like, I need to leave. If I'm going to be honest.
I want to stay. I really am digging your vibe. Like, what's going? Every time I run into you, I mean, I was talking about you on stage for a while because I was talking about that damn book you turned me on to.
I want to get into that, but I want to
have so much.
But I want to start. I always start the podcast asking the guest. I don't get to chime in at all. I don't do intros. Asking the guest if we're friends and what our relationship is.
Oh my God.
Because a lot of times we're dysmorphic about how our relationships are with people.
Yeah.
So you get to describe it.
Well, okay. I would call you a friend. Would I go on to be like, we hang out all the time and talk all the time? Definitely not. Like, but would I be down? Definitely yes. And it like so much so now I'm like so like into everything that's happening in this house. And like your vibe, I'm just like digging you. But yeah, we're friends. Yeah. I would say I would say my friend Whitney Cummings if I was to talk about you, but I wouldn't. It sounds like a name drop, so I would go on to elaborate like, but we're not best friends and I'm not like tooting my own horn, but yes, I do text her and like I could call you. Now I know, and I've called you once in COVID. I could call you about anything and like get just a really nice, kind, what do you need response. So yes, we're friends.
You did freeze as if you've never been asked that before.
I don't think I have.
You did look confounded.
It was so nice. It's like I'm gonna steal that for when I have like a mansion of my own when I greet guests. What do you need?
It's actually a good thing to ask a man when he's upset or when someone's upset at you. Not just a man, just what do you need?
Yes.
How can I help you?
Again, it just washed over me in a way that I will think it's resonating. Feels good.
She just started hysterically crying.
But we were friends. I was thinking about it today.
I do have a resentment because I believe we should be better friends.
I love that so much. I really appreciate. That's all I want. I've only given you distance because I feel like I don't want to. You have too many friends. You work too hard.
Not anymore. They all just got canceled. I have a big opening in the stable. A lot of availability in my favorites on my phone.
Well, put me
I'm taking applications.
I'll put mine in.
No, I feel like whenever I see you, I feel very connected to you and I feel very close to you. And I get suspicious because I am a codependent entrencher and I do get too close to people too fast sometimes.
Yeah.
And I trauma bond with people. And so I think I've always just been really, I've overthought you a lot.
What?
Like when I see you, I'm always like, why aren't we better friends? And we should be, why aren't we friends? Like I think about it. And then I'm always like, oh, well, she lives in New York and like,
yeah,
you know, that's that.
Oh my, well, I'm really flattered that that's so nice and so unexpected because I felt the same about you, but just felt like You were like, I don't know, because I remember I was moving to LA in 2006, right out of college, knew no one.
Right.
And I came across a clip of yours. Had you done Kimmel at that point? 2006, like your first appearance. Like, what was your first appearance that you might have had on your MySpace?
I'm obsessed when people try to give you a compliment and they over compliment you, and then you have to admit what it was, and it ends up being embarrassing. So she's like, "Did you do Kimmel?" And I'm like, "No, it was Last Call with Carson Daly." Did you do that?
That was it.
That was sabotage.
That was it. That was a big deal.
That was a big deal.
And I remember seeing your clip and that's how I kind of moved to LA and found friends. Was I just reached out to different comedians and was like, "I'm moving to town. Can we be friends?"
Oh, nice.
And you got back to me and were like, "Of course."
Yeah.
And then I followed you around town and you took me to all the open mics, introduced me to everyone. You were so nice. And I tried to keep up with you and I couldn't. Like, you were just... Do you remember how hard? I mean, you still work that hard, but just in a different way. And it was insane. I learned a lot from you. Actually.
Really?
Yeah, you running around you were hitting like, and their open mics were hard to come by back then.
Yeah.
Remember there was one that was like a coffee shop.
Oh, you had to go to a website. I believe it was called chucklemonkey.com,
Yes.
which is a problematic handle.
So bad.
And then you would go, it might be happening, it might not. They'd have to have enough people. You would like drive to Van Nuys, drive the one in Sepulveda. Like you would wait for 2 hours. They'd pull your name out of a thing. You'd get up and do
Sportsman's Lodge.
You were that was my shit. That was my shit.
Showed me that. Yeah, and you just would show up. You were so cool, and you were like kind of fresh on the scene too. I mean,
yeah.
But you just had you were so nice, and you like took me under your wing, and I remember we would write together, but you were just in another league in terms of like, I know what I'm doing, I know what I want, and I like
my addiction was just way more intense.
And then you took off, and I remember I was moving back to St. Louis because I ran out of money and was like, things weren't going the way I wanted them to, and I remember being back in St. Louis, and we talked on the phone about something. You were giving me advice about something great, and you were talking about doing the roast, and I was like, she's gone. She's gone. Like you were in another level so quickly. I mean, you've only continued.
I remember I have so many weird feelings about that time because it was so clear that I was an unrecovered addict. Workaholism, right? And my fear of failure was so intense. I almost feel like I was unconscious. Like I blacked out so much of that. Like people tell me, they're like, you used to run around in a backpack. And I'm like, I don't remember. I literally was unconscious. And I have so much insecurity about that time and so much embarrassment.
Really?
In a weird way. Like shame because people call me ambitious, and that my brain always takes that as a rejection. Number one,
you're not really talented. You just work really hard.
You just work, which is fine too.
Okay, sure. That is fine. Not the case with you, but I have the same, I know exactly what you're saying, and I want to just have a caveat and say, no, you have both, and that's what makes you.
But doesn't it weird you out when someone calls you ambitious?
Oh, yeah, when they go, you work so, or you deserve that, you really deserve that, you work really hard. It's like, so you just think the only difference between me and you is that I had more time and I don't have a family or whatever, or what it is. Like,
they're also saying it's not effortless for you. Like it couldn't be effortless for you. You know what I mean?
All I wanted to be is effortless. Yes.
It's just like, so I don't know. And maybe it's just because it's like ooky when someone says you're so ambitious.
It's like you look tired.
There's something dismissive about it. And there's something like pathological about it. Like you're ambitious. Like you need this. You have a hole to fill or something.
It is. It's
weird because I remember, I think even people that you really adore and like and respect can trigger you sometimes and show you invisible wounds. When you were working on your newest special, which is fucking brilliant.
Thanks, girl.
Bangin' on Netflix. I'm sure you've seen it. Watch it again. You were like working around the clubs and you were doing like, I would see your name on like a couple lineups and I was like, what the fuck is she doing? I was like, okay. Like, all right, we're doing this. And I remember being like, I need to work harder. And then I was like, what's that? Like, I saw your work ethic and it held up some like insecurity for me.
I feel that way all the time.
Like 6 months ago.
Yeah. But but I'm still like that. I'm in that, man. Yeah. Like, it's funny to hear that someone like you would have looked at me and felt that way because I was trying to keep up with you. We're all, as much as we say that we don't want to compete with other women. It's so hard to feel like you shouldn't, and to tell yourself that it's not a competition.
But also we should, like, in a way that we have to, but there's a way to do it where I like to go. I remember when Anthony Jeselnik was on, was like, I like aspirational competition, going, she did it, I can do it too.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? In a way that we can be not competitive as if a scarcity complex, like if she gets it, I don't get it. It's not that. It's, oh my God, there's room for all of us.
Yes.
But like to me, I always root for women to be successful because I'm like, please, I want your show to go 8 seasons because that means people go, see, women can syndicate.
Yes.
It's good for all of us.
Yes.
When women win. And I think it's so anathema to the way we're programmed.
I don't think it's about like, oh, there's one spot and she's going to get it and I'm not. It's like, she will be so much better that it'll make me like look so terrible that I won't ever work again because I have to keep up with being that good.
Yeah.
And I think that's where I get the competitive nature. But even what you're saying, like, I get jealous of when people are like running themselves ragged, like, and don't look good and haven't slept. Like, I get jealous of the things when people are really terrible to themselves.
It's clear that they're not well.
Yeah, but I get jealous of that. I'm like, why can't I be that addicted to it? And
yeah.
But the goal is to feel good. So I don't really know what the hell to do. I mean, like, that's what I was just saying to you about getting back into stand-up. And I'm like, I don't really want to go back out there right now.
Yeah.
I don't feel like working the clubs. But I'm so scared to not stay on the level with everyone else. Because with stand-up, it's like the gym. You got to fucking work that. Do it a lot. You can't just do one show here and there. At least I can't.
I also, though, think you have carved a niche. God, that's so boomer of me to say. Like, what you do has gotten so specific and so granular in terms of analyzing your psyche and looking at yourself that a lot of the work that you are doing moving forward can be done without being in front of an audience.
Yes.
I do sometimes think we go in front of an audience so much that I'd like to take years off I took a year off after my 3rd special, before my 4th special, so that I was like not just doing a bad impression of myself.
Yes.
I had to grow. I
felt that in your special. Like, did feel like I felt just, and talk about intimidation with specials, like yours coming out like right before, I think it was before I was going to tape me in, or right before mine came out, and just watching it and being like, I remember being like, I need to step it up, and feeling inspired.
I would say, I hope that's a good thing. You know what I mean?
Not threatened. And truly, I'm saying that like, I want to be doing stuff that makes people think the way this is changing the way that I think.
You do that with me.
Thanks,
I
girl.
see the work that you're doing, and like I watch my shit, I'm like, damn, like she is fucking fearless in a way that I thought I was fearless. Like
boy.
She is, because I think comedy is becoming, unless you're going to be constitutionally honest with yourself and fucking vulnerable, you are only as sick as your secrets, and you do not get to have secrets anymore.
No, you don't. And we will find out about those secrets, and you will not. And I, as a consumer, don't want to watch stand-up comedians who aren't being fully honest. So when I find out that someone is a monster behind closed doors, even if they're my favorite comic, which they have been before, I'm not interested afterwards because I'm like, you were lying to me.
You're a fucking phony.
Yeah.
The one place you're allowed to talk about how big of a scumbag you are.
Yes.
You fucking lie.
Be honest.
This is what we do.
Be honest up there.
This is what we do. Yes. We say I lie and I cheat and I'm jealous and I'm disgusting and I'm an addict and you still fucking lie.
That's it.
If you had just said I'm a fucking scumbag, we would have been like, good for them.
I know.
You fucking cheated us and you tried to hoodwink us, and that's the kind of shit I don't play that shit.
I know, and I think that's what people want, that like honesty now. Like, it's just all that.
Do you ever get scared? Are you ever like, oh God, why did I say that? Or like, I wish I hadn't shared that.
Yes, because sometimes, like on my podcast recently, like I've been like depressed in quarantine, like up and down, and like having some low lows that I'm like embarrassed about, where I say things on the phone with my friends that like concern them. Like my dad will call me if I go on a run and be like, are you okay? And I'm like, oh, you think I jumped off a bridge? Like saying stuff like that, no, please laugh. If you don't laugh, I'm only as sick as my secrets, Whitney.
You said it out loud. We released some shame.
Yes, but I've been saying some dark shit. And I think I say that stuff when I'm really depressed because I want a reaction. I want someone to be worried. I want someone to say,
laugh.
Say, what do you need?
Yeah.
So, you know?
I grew up, I got attention pretty much only when I was sick. And it took me a really long time to stop victimizing myself or pretending I was sick in order to get attention and love. I thought I had to be weak or broken to be loved. I admitted this to a friend of ours, Taylor Tomlinson, who's downstairs right now. She was talking about her night terrors. She has night terrors. And I assume that's not a secret, but if it is, I'll ask, I promise.
Yeah.
And she was like, I have night terrors, and then my boyfriend will wake me up. And I just blurted out. I said, when I was in my 20s, I pretended to have night terrors so men would fall in love with me.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Wait, so you would like wake up gently in the middle of the night to go pee or something, and then you would get ready and go like, how am I really going to sell this? And like,
I would just be like lying and like, this is
just so they'd hold you and be like, it's okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, babe, that's so sweet.
So heartbreaking.
It is.
I mean, it's
really sweet and smart.
I did not think it worked.
Listen, that's smart.
I was proposed to by many men in my 20s. They are now in rehab, doing great. I thought that no one wanted a healed, whole, healthy, functioning person.
Yes. Yeah.
I thought I had to be sick for anyone to care or pay attention to me.
Oh, wow. I don't know if I have that as much as that It's like if
just
they,
want love.
if they,
We just want fucking love at all costs.
but so scared that if you get it, it'll go away, and you need to manipulate to get it. Like my thing is like not being like when I'm with a boyfriend, I'm fine. I am perfect. There's no alarm. Like I would never really share like deep depressing thoughts with like a boyfriend type person because I don't want them to be like, I can't deal with this. Like I keep that stuff kind of hidden. Like everything's fine. Be in a whole relationship and never once complain to him about his behavior about anything because I'm so scared that if I say anything critical about or like voice a concern that he'll go, well, you're ugly and you don't deserve to be with me anyway. And so you having any complaint, I'm going to leave because I don't need this. I'm not going to change.
Whoa,
Like my biggest fear is them being like, spewing out all the things that they've been hiding and be like, well, you're this and this and this and this, and then be like, oh, I can't take it. And
you mean either they'll get overwhelmed by the fact that you have needs, or they'll use it as ammo against you later.
They'll just tell me in the like so if I'm like, I don't like the way you talk to me. Well, I don't like this and this and this and this and this, and then I'm just like, he sees all these things and I won't be able to recover. Or, hey, I don't like this about you, I'll say, and then they go, well, that's the way I am, so bye. And then I'm like, I guess I have to go. Because I've had to do that before where you break up, you have to break up with someone because you're like, I need this. The one time I asked for something, he couldn't give it, and I was like, I guess I have to break up with you. I just thought that was going to be an easy thing.
Yeah,
just say you love
that
me.
was like a rhetorical thing. You were supposed to. Well, have you seen movies?
Yes.
You know how this actually is supposed to work? You're supposed to come to my job and apologize and get me back.
Yep, and I'm just scared of so I mean, relationships are just like. I'm just doing the work on myself right now.
I mean, that's my deal because
It's a little late.
It's not a little late. No.
It takes like so many years once you really start the work on yourself to be like open to others loving you. And I'm like, I'm 36. I should have fucking started this work a few years back.
I believe firmly at this point that we only attract people who are as healthy as we are. And my goal now is to get healthy enough to attract the person I want. Because when you're not healthy, the person you want's not going to be interested in you.
I know.
Only sick people are going to be interested in sick people. So if I just get my shit together and become the person I remember one time a therapist said to me when I was in my 20s and I was cheating and I was manipulating and lying and codependent and controlling and mothering and micromanaging and martyring and the whole rigmarole.
I can't wait to hang out with you and hear each one of those, like the stories behind each one of those
camping. Glamping? She said something that was, you know how sometimes whether you're just ready to hear it, you're primed to hear it, you hear the right thing at the right time, it just hits you exactly how you needed to hear it. It's so simple. She just went, would you want to date you?
Oh.
And I was like, fuck no. Like, no, it'd be a nightmare. That'd be exhausting.
Yeah.
You know, because what I was realizing is that I would shapeshift into what I thought the other person wanted, which to me is like a benevolent act of charity. Like, I'm turning into this person you want, and I'm cheering for the team you like, and I'm converting to the religion that you like, and I'm doing this, and I'm meditating, and I'm doing, but it's lying.
Oh, and they resent you for it.
And they resent you for it. Eventually the jig's going to be up and you're going to have to take the wig off or whatever.
I've done that.
You know? And then they're like, wait a second, who's this person? And then you resent them because you were acting the whole time.
Yep.
And then they now have to meet this new person. And also it's you lose respect for them. I have this theory that when you lie to someone, you lose respect for them because they bought it.
Yes.
You fucking bought that?
I fooled you.
I fooled you.
Yeah.
How pathetic that you didn't even see through this fucking act.
It's toxic on every level, but I truly didn't know any other way than like you trick a guy into loving you.
Yeah.
You have to manipulate and be someone that you're not, and there's no other way. And I still struggle with it, like because I still compare myself so much to looks wise and career wise. Like there's so much comparison going on. There's so much I'm not good enough stuff, even though every year it gets better because you have to let this stuff go. But like, I don't know. I was on the way here and I just taped Kimmel and I posted a picture of myself, which I haven't posted like a glam shot in months now, right? Because of quarantine. And it's like a shot where I'm just like, I looked pretty. You know what? I'm done. I have
Which, by the way, I'm going to say something that's, I'm a sexist pig. Like, you look incredible. We all talk about it. It's a topic of conversation.
That's really nice.
We gossip about how hot you are all the time.
Wow.
It comes up a lot. I'm a pretter. I said it.
Likewise. I don't know how you wouldn't know that about you, but it's literally been
a lot. Like, you're so pretty. Some girls don't like you.
Same to you.
Thank you.
I don't like you sometimes because of Instagram. There's been times where I've almost had to mute you because you're so pretty. I will admit it. I've muted you. I will just say it. I've muted you because you're too pretty. It's not been anything else. It's like your boobs look too good. You're having too much fun. You're too pretty. And I've had to put you on mute. And then I forget because something will come up and I'm like, why hasn't she posted about that yet? She's doing that thing. And it's like, oh, you were too insecure to hear about your friend doing a cool thing. So... done it. Well, that's really nice.
My tits are fake, but thank you.
They are?
Yes.
I didn't know that about you. Although I'm sure I've talked about it with other female comics and speculated for hours on end.
I will dish literally fucking everything. My tits are completely fake.
They're so good, though.
Thank you.
Aren't you happy with them?
I'm super happy with them. I didn't get them until I was 33, I want to say. I got my...
That's pretty late.
Pretty late, you know.
Because you were already cranking by then. I mean, were you worried that people were going to be like...
Well, how else was I going to pay for them? I mean, I had to get money first, but they don't really do layaway with tits out here. But the first round of breast implants the first one I got because I had such bad eating disorders that I thought, okay, if I just get bigger boobs, I'll feel better about my body because I was trying to match my body to my boob size. But then it was this weird whack-a-mole because my boobs wouldn't grow because I was so malnourished when I was a teenager. So they like grew in these weird sizes, and my mom had boobs and my aunts had boobs. Like genetically, I'm supposed to have boobs, but my eating disorder thwarted them. I was so ashamed about getting breast implants. I literally went online and Googled like breast implant Los Angeles, went to a guy who worked out of his house. He did the surgery by the airport. It was like $4,000. And he cut through a muscle and like totally fucked him up. But I was so embarrassed to ask, like, who's the good person? Like,
right, you did it all on your own.
I didn't tell
you had
anyone.
To probably drive
I pretended I was shooting a movie, and then people still are like, "Did that movie ever come out?" I'm like, "No." Like, I created this weird, elaborate lie, and it was crazy because you can't lift things for like 4 weeks, and I was like a T-Rex, like trying to lift things. Like it was like kind of a rock bottom in my codependence and fear of embarrassment or my body stuff. And then I got them fixed, I want to say like 3 years ago by someone that knows how to do it, who has a license.
Oh, that's great. Yes.
Yeah. But when you're getting like surgery by the airport, like BetterHelp.com, phone a friend, go to a 12-step meeting.
I love hearing about that because I mean I've looked into all of that stuff and I'm still like not putting it off the table to get work done, but the stuff that I have had done, the injections in my face the intense lasers where your body seriously thinks it's being burned alive, so they have to hold you down because you'll try to escape. Mm-hmm. I've had a laser where they were like strapped you down because they're like, well, your body thinks it's on fire, so it's gonna want to, like, the instincts are gonna want to run into a lake, a nearby an aqueduct.
Your fight or flight responses.
Yeah.
You're getting physically violent and stronger, frankly.
Yeah, this is going to be like, so they had to strap you down because
Yeah.
it burned my face so much
Yeah.
to look better. And I remember doing that and being like, wow, I just like, that's such abuse to yourself. That's so mean to do to your body to put it into that kind of shock where it thinks it's dying so that I can look. I didn't even notice or care.
Right,
like,
right.
I'm sure it all adds up.
Lasers are not ideal.
But the beauty shit, like, so I was on the way over here and I'm like, posted
We
this
also,
photo.
by the way, if I may, we also look at ourselves way more than we should. And this is all getting worse. Like, I don't do Zoom meetings or Zoom podcasts anymore. Thank you so much for coming in person. And I've been wanting to have you on
Yes.
for so long. I can't look at the Zooms because you're just looking at yourself.
I know.
I can't stare at myself all day. I'm already too dysmorphic. You know, they say that if you were to run into yourself on the street, you wouldn't even recognize yourself. That's how dysmorphic we are.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And I believe that
Yeah.
because I have sometimes seen a reflection of myself in like a bank window or whatever.
Yeah.
And I go, oh my gosh, she's so cute. And then I realize it's me and I go, ew,
Yuck.
on a dime. That flips like that.
And let me ask you a crazy question. Is part of the reason that we're so self-critical does any of this in our brains is part of what makes us funny? Are we allowed to like ourselves and be funny? Like, can we give ourselves permission to be able to be incredibly self-critical, self-deprecating?
Yes. I think we can, yes, because we've been on the other side.
Yeah.
And so we know, and it's right there if we want to go back to it.
What if we were just to view ourselves the way other people view us? Like, that's kind of my thing with you. Is just like, you don't get to weigh in on yourself.
Yes.
You just outsource your self-esteem and worth to like me. Just see yourself the way I see you and like you'll be good.
Yeah.
Or the way everybody else sees you.
Well, it's tough. I should
We're
should
too
like,
biased. We can't weigh in on ourselves because we know too much about the gross shit we've done in the past.
Yeah.
You know? And
you're absolutely right. There are select friends that I do reach out to when I need a boost of self-esteem to like see myself clearly because I know that I trust their judgment. They have good taste in people and art. And so like when they tell me I'm funny or when they tell me I'm beautiful, which the latter I like struggle with because there will be a time where I'm not fuckable. Like I don't, like if I get old enough, hopefully no one wants to fuck me. I don't want to be fuckable and very vulnerable and old and like brittle. You're supposed to be grosser when you get older. So like men don't want to rape you all the time. Because they could, because you're a weak. Children and old people, not fuckable because they're weak. That's my theory.
Right.
So I'm not saying older women aren't fuckable, but you lose that. It is you are a dying battery of fuckability.
Yeah.
I do believe, which is okay. I have to be okay with that. And I am getting better with it because when I was on the way over here, I'm like posted this beautiful picture of me which is like filter, full hair and makeup, like the best I can look.
Best I can do. Frankly, my peak.
Which I don't like. I don't like that we get to look the best we can look. I like to like have an extra gear where I'm like, well, I don't really know. But I do know.
Something in my back pocket. Yeah, no, this is it.
Nope.
10. 10 out of 10.
We've peaked so, like, you just look in the mirror and you're like, there's nothing else that can be done. And it's great. And then people pile, I mean, the comments, fire emoji, stunning, bringing the look, like all the, like, it felt like, this isn't me. And finally, I'm getting all the things that I've ever wanted people to say to me and like be overwhelming about. Like my dancing partner on Dancing with the Stars is like giving me like fire emojis. And I'm just like, that's all I've ever wanted from you, Gleb. And it's like, but that is not me. That is not, and it just feels sad.
And what is it? Is it like an imposter syndrome or is it like one too many, a million not enough? I got the thing I wanted and that's not working.
It's that. What I have a mask on right now. I'm dressed up in this outfit that
We should be wearing masks, but okay.
I know. I don't have in the photo. I don't have a mask.
We're actually not, which has the problem.
There's 6 layers there, but not one of them is a cute tie-dye cotton facial mask. But I just feel like my friend drove me here. I was just like, this makes me depressed because I'm getting all the things I want, but that's not me. And if that's what people want and are going to give approval to, I can't keep that up.
It's exhausting.
It will not be kept up.
It's sustainable. This is ephemeral. Yes. It's, I have it. It's called anhedonia, which is when you can't enjoy the moment because you're grieving the moment's going to be over soon.
Oh my God.
Which is a big, like for me, I don't like going on fancy trips or going to fancy places.
You'll have to say goodbye.
As soon as I go see like a beautiful sunset, I start to panic. So I'm like, this is going to be over soon. This is going to be over soon. Like you're not doing a good enough job. job enjoying this. Like, you need to be in the moment. You need to be taking a picture. Like, I completely suffocate myself with these like perfectionist expectations of how I need to be enjoying that moment.
Yes.
And how I need to be receiving it. I can't stand when people give me gifts. I don't, because I'm like, I'm not going to receive this well enough. I love this, but I feel like you're going to think I'm lying because if I don't.
I always feel phony. You gave me a goddamn gift bag that I'm so excited about.
so sorry.
I got stressed out. I was just like, I want to look at everything in here and I want to thank her for everything in here. But is it, the time is now? Should I do it later?
Notice I gave it to you and just walked away?
You really?
Because I didn't want to put pressure. I didn't want to put pressure on you because I was like, oh, God.
I'm so excited about this bag and I can't wait to dig into it. But I was like, is that weird to do now? Or thank you so much, by the way.
I think receiving love and attention, it is so interesting when you gravitate towards a job where you're saying, I'm going to talk for an hour. You're all going to shut up.
To receive, yeah.
And if you speak, you will be removed by security.
I know.
I must have some confidence somewhere. But then as soon as this involuntary slap of laughter from you guys is gone, I get very lost. You know, it's like what we say in program is I'm a piece of shit in the center of the universe.
Yes. Right? That laughter, like I have gotten so bad as like I can't even let the laughter die down. Like it's one of my flaws as a comic. When I watch myself, I'm like, just let them laugh. Do you need to like pile on? But I'm so scared. Before you think I'm not funny again, here's me being funny again. And it's like, just take a fucking breath.
You know?
Let me know.
If you're listening to this, you've been hearing me talking to Nikki Glazer. We're talking about health. We're talking about how good we both look. And I fully attribute, if I look healthy at all, to taking Ritual vitamins, and I'm not joking, even though that was an incredibly good segue.
It really was a good segue.
But it's also true.
It is true.
It's also a true segue.
You take them like they're candy.
Ritual is this incredible vitamin that has everything that you need, and it comes to your door. You've heard me talk about it. I'm paraphrasing, but that was close.
It was pretty good.
I actually buy this product, so I'm not reading the copy. You know me. I like to wing it. Ritual is the obsessively researched vitamin for women. Ritual's essential...
And you're both those things, a woman and obsessive.
As an obsessive woman...
This is the right-wing thing for me.
You should take... If a Virgo takes this pill, you should too. You know we've researched it. They have the nutrients most of us don't get enough of from food, all in their clean, absorbable forms. No shady additives, no ingredients that can do more harm to your body than good. 2 easy-to-take capsules provide 9 nutrients you need to support a strong foundation for your health. And what is more important than your health right now? The best thing is they have this capsule that is, you don't get sick, you can take it on an empty stomach, you don't get nauseous, and there's a little mint tab in every bottle to keep it fresh so you don't get that fishy aftertaste with the other omega-3 pills where it's all gross. Sugar-free, non-GMO, gluten-free, allergen-free, and all of their ingredients are right there on the bottle. No shady, sketchy, secret ingredients. Ritual also is delivered because if you know anything about me, you know that I cannot keep track of anything. And
also can't leave your house.
Also, there's that. Ritual delivers to your door. The worst is when you get on a new sort of regimen of like taking care of yourself, like you're taking a new vitamin and then you like run out and then you want to give up.
You take them all, you're like, I'm not going to the store.
Yeah, you're like, okay, my health isn't worth, getting in my car and driving 5 minutes. But just having it delivered to your door, you don't have to think about it because self-care, it's hard for me to take care of myself unless it just shows up at my door and I'm like, it's here, I'll take it,
Yeah.
That's why,
anything that shows up at your door, you take it.
Yeah. I'll take a vitamin as long as I don't have to like think about having to take a vitamin. They just make it very easy for you to do. Better health does not happen overnight. Right now, Ritual is offering my listeners 10% off during your first 3 months. Fill in the gaps in your diet with Essential for Women, a small step that helps support a healthy foundation for that body. Visit ritual.com/Whitney to start your ritual today. That's
10% off
during your first 3 months at ritual.com/Whitney.
We made it.
MeUndies. I'm not even reading the copy.
You don't have to tell us every time anymore.
I'm just telling.
We know.
I just want you guys to know. I listen to podcasts. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts, and I'm hearing a lot of hucksters.
That's our next merch. I'm not reading the copy.
I don't read the copy. I listen to these people just like zombies drudging through the copy, pretending they use a product that's sponsoring their podcast. Not us.
We zhuzh it up.
We love dude. MeUndies, this is my favorite pair of underwear. If you're listening and not watching, I'm holding up a thong that is maroon with a little purple band, and it is so comfortable.
And if you're watching,
feel my underwear.
If you're watching and not listening, it's weird.
And these are the softest underwear. I don't know what I'm supposed to be reading about. Okay, oh look. MeUndies is serious about softness, like so serious, they scoured the world for the softest fabric known to man. It really is.
They're my favorite underwear.
It's almost like velvet. Remember crushed velvet?
Yeah,
it feels
I
like,
do remember crushed velvet.
It feels like, you know what it feels like? It feels like...
Tell us, quick. What does it feel like?
It feels like...
What is this voice? Whose voice is it? And you know what it feels like? I've never felt anything in my whole life like it, sir. It just feels so warm and cozy and nice, really. And I hope you can have, what is that? Were you transported back in time? What the hell are you doing?
Oh, God, I don't know. Mama?
And you were there, and you were there, and you were there, too.
It's just like, it almost feels like yummy salt water. Like, you know when you feel
What?
You know when you're like in a saltwater pool and it's like creamy?
It's like wearing a waterbed, guys. It's crazy.
You know what?
Here's the thing. These underwear are really soft and comfortable.
Jellyfish.
They're the stop. We're gonna lose the sponsor. They're the most comfortable underwear they really are. Long before I was part of this, I was subscribed to the underwear. And I wore them forever. I mean, they're great. Whitney is subscribed to them. We get them every month.
And when you run around, they don't move. The biggest problem for me with underwear is you sweat and move. And number one, over time, the elasticity breaks and it'll just start being baggy and you'll get like a front wedgie. These do not do that. And when you work out, they don't move around.
Yeah,
they
and when you wash
there.
them, they go right back to their original shape.
Oh,
they're
I love
really
them
impressive.
so much. I'm rubbing my face.
You just go online, you can sign up for the membership, they get sent right to your door like everything else nowadays.
you get them once a month, right?
Yep, you can pick if you want fun pair, if you want the classic colors
There's a
like
pair
we
with
have.
little llamas on them.
They have all kinds of stuff. And right now, MeUndies has a great offer for the listeners. For any first-time purchaser, you get 15% off and free shipping.
15% off. That's crazy.
Yeah, this is a no-brainer, especially because they have 100% satisfaction guarantee. To get your 15% off your first pair, free shipping, and 100% satisfaction guaranteed, go to MeUndies.com/Whitney. That's MeUndies.com/Whitney.
Can I say something to you? This might not go well.
I cannot wait. This is so exciting. Every time you've dropped like one of these so far, I've been like so flattered. So
This could go
a lot of
either
pressure.
way. I disagree. I feel like when I see you, and maybe you just feel that. I know what it's like to feel like you're rushing when you're not.
Yeah.
When I see you, I'm like, she's so composed and she's moving so elegant.
Interesting.
I don't feel. Whatever you're doing, just keep doing.
Okay,
If
okay.
it's uncomfortable for you, then fine.
yeah.
You're not supposed to have fun up there.
I know
It's not for you.
You're
for
so
them.
right.
I love when we're like, our job is hard. Yeah, no shit. Like, like whatever you're doing, I think is working and never feels rushed.
Okay.
To me.
Well, that means a lot to me.
I'm always like, look at her taking her time and like using her silence and being really powerful and mindful with her words. That's what I see.
Oh my God. It's just, again, I'll just trust you. I'll just trust you.
I think it's really interesting how, I think that I'm going to name drop real quick. You know what? I'm not. A famous person once told me that because the person that it is going to invalidate what I'm going to say. And it's actually a really smart thing said by a really annoying person, which is that I'll tell you afterwards, is that you freeze at the time you become successful. Like you freeze, like your habits, your thoughts about yourself, like your hairstyle, you're like this subconsciously, your brain is like, this worked.
Yes. Yes. And that's a lot of people peak in high school and then like dress like they're in high school. Like whenever you peaked and felt like the first surge of love.
Yes, totally.
stuck
It's
at that.
subconsciously your hippocampus is like, this is what worked. Just keep doing this thing.
I just interviewed Paris Hilton.
Surreal.
It works.
Surreal. Yes. Yes.
It works. Keep it up. And
Yes.
and she still does that. But like I watched her, like I was watching her documentary and she's just following her life around. I'm like, I relate to this so much because I am stuck at like around 15, real hard. Are you stuck in it? Well, it's not when I became successful or anything, but like, I just feel like I'm still, you know what I'm holding on to so much is really before I had an eating disorder. I feel like life was so free and like before, that was before depression. Pretty much before, and I don't know if it was eating disorder, before puberty. I am holding on to being like, not a kid, but a preteen, because I was later than all my friends. That like I didn't get my period till I was like 16. So that's just time before that.
You know what?
No worries. I didn't care about boys. I didn't care about my body. I didn't care about like I would eat or I wouldn't. It like didn't.
The male attention thing,
yes,
is fucking exhausting. And it's interesting because I was thinking about you coming on today and I was like, naturally we're going to talk about relationships. Like, I'm sure that's going to come up. We both do that. You're so sort of just unbridled in that area. And I'm a little more trepidatious when I talk about it because I feel what?
I mean, there's so many things I want to know.
I'm a little bit sneaky.
I think that's good to hold something back, to be a little bit private about.
Yeah, about I'm not super private about like when I'm dating. So I think for me, I'm like, because I'm openly identify as a love addict. Like I've been in programs, like I've taken years off from dating. I took 12 months off from dating and sex. It changed my life.
I just did that, but not on purpose.
Yeah,
like not intentionally. I'm at 13 months now. But not. God, I should have started going to a program before that. I would have like some actual.
Does IG Live speed dating count?
Yeah, yeah. I mean that is.
If you want to go on a date with Nikki, you can do that on her IG Live.
Yeah. But no, but I haven't been intimate with anyone. Like,
right.
Like I haven't had sex in 13 months.
I do find that and this is going to sound weird, and I have this very cellular fear of not being relatable. It's a very cellular fear of being misunderstood.
Yeah.
I have a very deep fear of being embarrassed. So I'm trepidatious about saying this.
My gosh.
What?
I mean, you don't seem like someone who's scared to be embarrassed, not because but because you're just so like, you just put it all out there. I feel like I watch you and I'm like, oh my God, she looks so good being just herself.
On my
and like,
very controlled, curated Instagram.
I know. That's what I'm understanding right now, that it is.
The like 20 seconds a day you see.
Chaos. The times where you're like, I'm a mess.
Yeah.
It's like, it's still, we did kick some things out of frame that would indicate.
They wipe the tears away and keep Instagramming.
Yeah, okay. So, what are you going to say? Because
I was literally just trying to say, like, I was like, okay, I'm going to ask her if she's dating someone, what's going on in quarantine. She's going to ask me if I'm dating someone. I was like, you know what? I'm at the point where I really am not seeking being in a relationship because I am so fucking sick of thinking about guys. And I'm not anti-men. I fucking love men. Some of my best friends are men. I live with 2 men that I'm not even sleeping with. I want to be around men all the fucking time, but I'm sick of real estate in my head being like, what about this? What about this? And suck in your stomach. And did he text back? Like, I have lost, it'll make me cry if I really think about it. Yeah. The amount of time I have fucking lost trying to get the approval of men. I mean, even just in the grocery store the other day, I was wearing a fucking mask and this guy went by and my shoulders instinctively went up and I'm like, I'm in a mask. Like, this is fucking crazy. It's so hardwired. And I grew up with a mom who it was, all about men and all about your appearance and all about your hair being perfect and your makeup being perfect and your push-up bra and like the Spanx and the fucking pantyhose with the shorts built in. I need to lose 5 pounds. That was all I saw growing up, was just you live your life for male attention, and I just need a break.
Yes. I mean, the amount of time, like when you say that, even the amount of time I've had to listen to my friends talking about worthless guys and like, did he text, like the worthless conversations where we could have been getting to know each other and talking about something that we learned that day or a book we're and just dealing with like the texting and the guys and the second guessing everything. I really don't do it much anymore. I like getting older because I'm just like, this guy's a joke. I can do better. I deserve better.
Not fair to them either.
No.
They don't want us talking about them all day.
No.
They don't want us spending all that fucking energy on them. It sets them up for resentments and because codependence breeds resentments that they don't deserve. They don't want us fucking sitting around overthinking everything they do.
We talk about them so much more than they think. Because I don't know about you, but my male friends are like, when they hang out with me, my girlfriends are like, you guys talk about guys so
It's like
much.
sport. Yeah, it's our sports.
And it made me so sad. I mean, right before all of the shutdown happened, I was getting to the point with a couple of friends where I was just like, I can't do it anymore because it's just talking about how to look hotter. Every conversation is about our looks and what we're doing with our skin, what diet. And I was just like, I was having to like kind of question some of my friendships. Like I actually did make a rule with several of my friends that like, we don't say you look cute or your skin looks good or whatever.
Yeah.
No more compliments, physical compliments.
Interesting.
I don't want them because when I don't get them, then I'm like, oh no, what's going on? So I took it out. I went for about a year with my best friend and she was huge complimenter, no compliments. And it was so great because some days I would be like, she hasn't said anything. And then I go, oh, she's not allowed to. Okay, good. I look great.
That's such an interesting experiment because it's also for her, I would imagine, I grew up in an environment with a lot of sensitive women. Women just in general scare me. I feel like I'm always hurting their feelings. I feel like I'm always going to disappoint them. I feel like they're always going to get mad at me. And I walk on eggshells around women and I think that I'm going to make them cry if I need something. I think that my needs are exhausting to them. I assume everyone is a malignant narcissist who needs a bunch of compliments. And I know that when I meet a woman and instantly start being unctuous and complimenting, there's something else. I'm recreating my childhood circumstances in some way.
Yes.
It must be so interesting I love it. Like I tried to do a 30 days no apologizing.
Ooh, how far did you go?
And you don't have to succeed at it. It just
try your
shows
best
you.
over 30 days.
And then I was doing you have to do 10 push-ups every time you apologize.
Oh my
and I
God.
was like
the
it was
Rock.
so
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah.
Because I just realized that I just am in a constant, my default is just apology. I'm sorry. Asking someone for something. I'm so sorry
I
to ask.
texted you, I'm sorry. Like, and then as soon as I texted, I was like, why am I saying sorry? Like, yes, I was like, I'm sorry, I'm running late or whatever it was, but like, it was just unnecessary. It was just it was almost the predictive text of when I open it up. It's like, I don't even have to type an I. It just like already knows that's what I'm going to write to another woman. It just knows. I'm so sorry, Whitney, for like a million things that I haven't even done yet.
I feel like we just handled that in a very adult way.
Yes.
I feel like we were just very clear with each other.
Well,
we
you
didn't
said
patronize each other.
But you were great because you go, do we both want to do this or are we being codependent? And I like got that. I was like, oh my God, let me really think about this right now. Like, do I want to do it?
What's your motive?
But I was like, yes, I know I'll have the energy for it. I haven't done so many things. Like, if this were another LA, like, if this were just like my normal life, probably I wouldn't do 2 in a day because I do stuff every day. But I've worked in 4 months. Like, let's.
There we go. Because I also think it's like looking at our motives. Am I doing this because I'm afraid this person's not going to like me? Am I going to do this because I feel pressure? Am I going to do this because I feel obligation? And last night I went into this. I had this little pit in my stomach because I was like, are you obligating? Are you throwing a pressure at her? Like, are you guilting her?
Not at all. You were the gentlest.
But asking someone to do something, it like brings up so much. Like doing a podcast, the hardest thing about doing a podcast for me is asking people to be on it. Because it's like we became comics because like I don't need fucking anybody. I don't need to ever ask anyone for help. It's just I'm on my own.
I completely agree. I almost when you said that was like, what? Come on, everyone wants to do this. But people have said that to me, like, because I say the same thing. I'm like, I don't want to ask them to be on my podcast. I don't want to ask them to be on my radio show. I just thank them profusely. Like today with my guests, I'm like, thank you so much for agreeing to this. And it's like, they get to be, they can say yes or no. You don't need to like act like being here is just the worst.
It's so hard to not act as if your presence isn't enough for the other person, or it's patronizing to assume that they would do something that they didn't want to do.
I know.
You're diagnosing them with codependence.
Yes.
They're like, no, I said yes because I would say no if I didn't want to.
Yeah.
I'm an adult.
But we don't do that, so we don't think that anyone else has the capability of doing that. But we are starting to do it. I assume you're as sick as me. Yes. Okay, really quick, because I'm just thinking about if I was watching this, what I would want to know based on what you just revealed. And it's just what I want to know. How do you see yourself? Like, what do you see? Or, like, can we get into, like, what are your insecurities? Is that, like, too much?
No.
Like, I'm fascinated because I don't know what you would come up with.
I could tell you my character defects.
Okay. Let's get into, like, a couple. Just give me something. I love it. I love learning people who I
This was a
project so much
mistake. I should
perfection
not
onto.
have invited you here today.
But I think people need this. People watching. I mean, I know people who are fans of yours know your imperfections and you put that out there. But like sometimes I project a lot onto you, and I just want to know.
So interesting.
What is? I want to know.
Okay, and before I just want to make sure we don't forget, because I do want you to talk through your process of doing Kimmel, because when I was peeing, you were telling it to me, and it was super interesting. And I think most people think all of us are super confident all the time, you know. And
wild.
Together, my insecurities, you know, aging is a big one for me. I did freeze my eggs when I was 33, and that I felt a tangible exhale. I felt a tangible sort of addition of space in my lungs. I didn't realize how much fear I was carrying around about basically not being able to have kids or not knowing. I still am like, I think I'm going to have kids. Like, I feel like I know I'm going to, but, you know, biology sexist. And by some weird little miracle, I had the sort of tenacious kind of pull to freeze my eggs when I was 33. And I kind of I did it in a sort of mercenary way. I was sort of like, at least I'll get some jokes out of it.
Yeah.
This is why any comedian does anything.
Yeah, that's a big procedure with a lot of like.
So they were like, this is going to take 4 months. And I was like, if I get some jokes out of it, you know, like everyone's getting baby jokes. I don't have baby jokes. I'll have egg freezing jokes.
Anything traumatized or anything like you do like that, as long as you can talk about, like, I just go, good. Got some jokes out of
alchemize this
it.
into something else. That's the only thing that motivates me oftentimes to do
anything.
Frankly.
To leave the house.
Frankly.
Yeah.
Frankly.
To go on dates, to talk to strangers.
I need to get some kind of fodder, right? So I did that. I am, you know, my dysmorphia, my body dysmorphia, that shit is really intense. My fear around it actually is that I'm going to continue to waste time thinking about what I eat or my body. I read The Tools, Phil Stutz's book.
Yes.
Some of it is like kind of not as advanced as the people listening to this podcast and you, but there is that deathbed exercise where you envision yourself.
I only read the first tool and then I was like, oh, I get it. I'm good. That's what I do with every self-help.
I think it was the reversal of desire.
It was fear. It was running into fear. It really helped me edit my special because I was so scared to look at myself. When I was editing my special, I couldn't get it done. And Netflix was like, we're just going to do it ourselves, I guess.
You wouldn't look at the cut of the special?
I couldn't look at the footage. I couldn't look at myself. I was paralyzed. And then I read that chapter about like go into the fear and like fear sets me free. I love fear. And I was just walking down the street like, I love fear. Fear sets me free. And then I went home and I fucking got it done. It really helped. So I needed that.
That's an amazing one. And because fear, if you say out loud that you're scared, the fear dissipates instantly. Yeah. It's the amygdala stops producing cortisol, which is part of, I mean, I had to like start work. I couldn't even work this through with therapists and stuff. I had to go to horses. I had to go to like animals that did totally nonverbal because humans are already so triggering to me. And my instinct is to manipulate them and impress them and lie to them. Mm-hmm. So I couldn't even, therapists, I would just manipulate them.
I had a therapist who looked like a horse and she
I would like
she was
her number.
terrible, but that was soothing about her. Now that I think about it, but yeah,
am I triggering you with my horse sweater?
Donna! No, yeah.
But
horses really did help you.
Horses, game changer. Because they're prey animals, they respond basically to your energy and any kind of desperation, results-oriented thinking, needing something from them. They interpret all that as fear because they don't know Instagram or trophies or specials or agents or managers. They don't care about any of that shit. So when you approach a horse and you need something from them, I need it to like me. I need it to be able to let me pet it. I need it to be able to let me take a selfie. They interpret all that as fear. They get disgusted by it and they just move away from you because they're prey animals. Fear means there's a mountain lion close by. Fear means this person's not a leader. This person isn't in charge. You're not my lead mare, and they move away from you.
Interesting.
So it's a great way because you can say everything's fine when you're terrified. We can lie, right? Horses, you can't lie to horses.
Yeah.
So it's the only way that I was able to dismantle and be honest with myself about my fears. But part of the reason 12-step programs work so well is you go in a room and you say, I'm scared, I'm insecure, I want to do this awful thing in front of a bunch of people. And as soon as you say it out loud,
it's amazing.
It dissipates.
Oh my God.
Right? But our instinct when we have fear is to be quiet and shut it down. But actually saying it out loud.
And I mean, 12-step stuff and going to those kind of things and just talking so openly. Do you ever in your experience in those, because I have felt like, oh, this is like, I've been doing this with stand-up. Like I was trying to do this all along of like share what's going on in here.
Yes.
Like, and I just had no place to do it and no one would listen. So I just created my own 12-step meeting with no rules or guidelines. But like now I'm able to like channel that in that place. That's what I was trying to do all along, was just like give a share.
Never thought about it that way.
Because I'm not funny when I talk in those things, but it just works. I just want people to know that stuff's out there, because God damn it, it's good.
It's such a miracle. It's free medicine, but that's so interesting you said that. And also I remember when I first went into program to 12-step meetings, my instinct was to make jokes. I would spend the whole meeting writing my share in my head.
Oh, yeah,
because I'd want to kill in the meeting. And then if you try to be funny in a CODA meeting or an Al-Anon meeting, everyone's just like, whew, she's new.
Yeah.
Hey, Benton.
Yeah.
Is there something interfering with your happiness or is preventing you from achieving your goals?
I can't say it and remain on the show. No. I'm kidding. No, I'm very happy, but I know some people are real sad.
Well, yeah, and I was just talking about this with Nikki Glazer on this podcast, just about how crucial it is to talk to somebody, even if it's, even if you can't leave your house and go to an actual therapist, just the act of talking to someone, the way it releases shame and the way, to get feedback from someone else is just crucial right now.
Yeah, saying it out loud is always healing.
But it's nice to say it to an actual pro. Don't say it to your friends that are a mess. You know my rule. I don't take advice about relationships from single people. I also don't talk to people that aren't licensed therapists about my problems. But I also don't leave my house. But thank God for BetterHelp. BetterHelp is licensed therapy online. You can start communicating in under 48 hours. The worst is when you're going through something rough, and by the time you book a therapist, it's 2 weeks later, and you're like, I don't even remember what I was upset about. I needed to talk to someone then.
Yeah, but you waited too long. You bottled it up, and now look at you now.
Now look at you now.
You're a mess.
You're going to get timely and thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions so you won't ever have to sit in one of those uncomfortable waiting rooms, where you got the little Zen garden with the sand and the yoga.
Yeah, you can sit on your couch, eating nuggets.
getting therapy.
Yeah.
Getting better.
Getting thick and getting therapy.
It's more affordable than traditional offline counseling because you're not paying for some therapist's freaking lease, right?
Yeah.
Financial aid is available. BetterHelp wants you to start living a happier life today.
When?
Today.
Oh, good.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
It's a brutal time out there. Everybody is struggling. Don't be too proud. It's okay. Ask for help. BetterHelp. Visit their website and read their testimonials that are posted daily. Visit BetterHelp.com/Whitney. BetterHelp, HELP. Join the over 1 million people taking charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional. In fact, so many people have been using BetterHelp that they're recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states. Crazy time.
Special offer for Good For You listeners. Get 10% off your first month at BetterHelp.com/Whitney.
Now, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I have giant teeth. And
They fit your head good.
They fit my head good?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. And it's hard to keep my teeth clean because it's just a lot of surface area, frankly, to cover. I started using an electric toothbrush like 5 years ago, and then I started getting annoyed with the electric toothbrush because you always had to, I kept losing the top. I didn't know how to charge it. But there's a new one called Quip. I'm holding it for those of you listening. Listen to that. Can you hear it? Oh, you probably can't even hear it.
It's so quiet.
That's how quiet it is.
You can brush your teeth at night.
Can you hear that? It's me brushing my teeth with a Quip. Oh,
you can hear
gosh.
that, yeah.
Yeah. They just make it easy because they deliver all of the oral care essentials you need to brush and floss better. I would text you at 2 a.m. I'd be like, I need an electric toothbrush top. And then it takes 2 months to come and then you have 5 cavities. The Quip electric toothbrush.
Which literally happened to you.
No, truly. That did happen to me. Oh my God. I thought you were exaggerating. And then I realized that
right at the peak pandemic,
I
too.
had a cavity. Oh my gosh. In the pandemic. Quip electronic toothbrush has timed sonic vibrations with 30-second pulses to guide a dentist-recommended 2-minute routine, and there's even a sized-down version designed for kids. So basically, every 30 seconds you move so that you don't, because my thing is, the reason I got a cavity is I just brush like my front teeth. The back ones I won't do as long. Like I actually need.
Yeah, that times you. So it tells you you're good on this spot. You move
now
on.
Move forward. You know what I mean? Because I'll start getting sloppy towards the back.
Yeah. Also, super easy to travel with and very chic.
I know it's very chic.
Isn't it so
It's like
chic?
it's like a very futuristic, sexy.
Yeah.
Can I say that?
It looks too cool.
Am I allowed to
honestly.
say? For me, I know I don't own anything as cool as the Quip toothbrush. And didn't you say that it can stick on a mirror?
Yeah, so the little back piece peels off and you can stick it to a wall or a mirror. So like if you brush your teeth in the shower, like me.
Like monsters.
Okay.
What
or
kind of monster brushes their teeth in the shower?
someone who has somewhere to be.
That's the saddest thing.
What kind of narcissist needs to watch
you're
themselves
just-
brush their teeth?
So you're just brushing your teeth naked, wet.
Yeah.
So it's just water
Yeah,
glistening.
I am.
Yeah.
I take the toothbrush, wash the rest of my body with it too. How about that?
Quip brush, the toothbrush, the floss, the Quip brush head. They're automatically delivered on a dentist recommended schedule every 3 months for just $5 each. This is genius. A friendly reminder of when it's time to refresh and stay committed to your oral health. See, I will brush my teeth down to the bone if I didn't use Quip because they send it to you and you're like, oh, I need to change it.
Yeah, you know it's time. And also, the shipping is free.
3 million happy customers that join them. Practice good oral care easily and affordably with Quip, starting at $25, especially since you're probably wearing a mask and you finally had to smell your own breath. If you go to getquip.com/Whitney right now, you'll get your first refill free. That's your first refill free at getquip.com/Whitney, spelled getquip.com/Whitney. When you get your Quip, tag me so I can see you and your sexy Quip. Quip.
The Good Habits Company.
What a team.
Oh yeah, it's just it's awkward to, when my instinct goes that way. And I've had that in therapy too, where I want my therapist to think I'm funny or like it's just such a coping mechanism.
Well, I remember one
It's
time
fear.
I said to my therapist, I'm always like, I'm an idiot and I'm stupid, and she's always like, why do you talk about yourself that way? And she's always saying you the way you talk about yourself, if someone else spoke to you that way, like you would call the police, and like your self-talk, your inner monologue, your inner critic. And one time I was like, oh God, I'm such an idiot. I shouldn't have texted him back. And then she was like, why do you do that? And I was like, oh no, I'm a comedian. We like self-deprecate. Like it's
Right.
funny. And she went, not that funny.
Oh boy! Oh no!
Like your
How
mom.
dare you? Like you can tell me it's like wrong to do, but don't tell me it's not funny. Like that sucks. But it's not.
It's not funny. Self-deprecation's not funny. It's not endearing. It's not charming. It actually puts pressure on the other person to then like compliment you or take care of you.
Oh my God!
It feels like pressure. It's ooky. It's
I wrote this thing
uncomfortable.
for Kimmel where like I'm speed dating on this thing and I'm meeting different guys, and then at the end Mark Paul Gosselaar, like my childhood crush, comes on, and I wrote the sketch that he thinks it's a Make-A-Wish, and I'm like, we're on a date, and so he's like, oh my God, hi, good to see you, and I wrote out this whole thing that didn't make it, but it's like him being like, oh, I was under the impression like I was granting a wish for like a sick woman, and I'm like, okay, he's like, that's what the producers said. And I was like, what else did they say? And they're like, oh, she lives in an old folks home. And I'm like, well, I live with my folks and they're old, but it's like not an old folks home. And he's like, oh yeah, her situation's hopeless. She's probably going to die alone. And I wrote all these things, and then we did it, and I felt so fucking depressed afterwards. Even though I wrote it, I was in control of this whole narrative that I'm unlovable, I'm going to die alone. Mark Paul Gosselaar would never even, nothing like someone like that would never even think of dating me. Like that's the story I have in my head. And then I'm like, and all the writers like feel the same way because they thought it was funny and signed on to it. I'm like, they didn't write that. You did. You did. And I was like, I got to start looking at the stuff that I say about myself in stand up and change that, because it's just, it's hurting me.
And I don't know what,
Bullying myself with my comedy. I'm cyberbullying myself sometimes.
Because then when other people talk about us like that. We're like these fucking comments, these trolls. It's like none of this is as mean as what you said to yourself this morning in the mirror.
I try to beat them to it. Or
How
like online
dare
sometimes
us.
you try to beat them to it because you know people are like, the other day I posted a picture and my hand was veiny. So I was like, I know my hand is
I
super
saw
veiny.
that.
And people are like, why are you posting their hand is veiny? I'm like, because I don't want guys to be like, like, you know, there will be someone that points out, but I get ahead of things that no one would even see.
But
why do you care? And it's selfish
Why
that
am
you
I
even think
roasting
people
myself?
are looking that much. Like, no one cares about
By
you
the
that
way,
much, Nikki. No one's looking that hard.
No guy ever was about to fuck you and was like, veiny hands. Never mind.
Well, it makes him feel bad about his
They're like, oh,
his
that
dick
looks like
isn't veiny
another
enough.
vagina. There's more vaginas. This is great. Those veins.
This does like have the same kind of vibe.
But I do, remember someone said to me that comedy, some like famous comedian that I'm plagiarizing, and if you guys know who it is, tell me, who said that comedy is, we do stand up to control how we're embarrassed. Yes. So it's our idea, right? Embarrassment is our biggest fear, and we're just going to control how you make fun of us.
Yes.
Like I'm in charge.
What about roasts though? Like that you're in control, and then you're fucking up there. You're like, oh boy,
Yeah.
no, I'm not. And talk about people saying things about, like, roasts have devastated me. I've talked about it before, but like they say things about me that I'm like, I haven't even put it out there because I wouldn't want someone to like latch onto it and be able to call back to it because it's something I'm so insecure about. Like looking like a man, or look at like just being ugly, like having a decent body but an ugly face. Like these deep fears I have for myself have been like expressed from celebrities on roasts. And I know there are writers in the room that really have to concentrate and really have to find something.
Which is, by the way, I'm not going to deny your reality. I hear you. I see you. Having written on the roasts,
I know.
I would always say the biggest compliment to a woman is when they go after your appearance, because they can't go after your career.
Yeah.
They can't go out. They can't say you're not funny.
That's a good point.
That's
okay.
all you have to go on. I remember being in those
nice.
rooms, and it was like, fuck. I mean, it was like Sarah Silverman or something. And I remember, I think it was the Franco roast. She was like, I think she talked about it maybe on Kumail's podcast or something. They called her old.
Yeah.
When she looks younger, frankly, than all of us.
Yep.
But she, you can't say she's not funny. You can't say she's not successful. You can't say she's not talented. And you're like, oh, fuck, I guess we say she's old. She's 40? She was like 40 or something?
No, you're so right. It's a lack of other things to say. But it was like, oh no, they see it. And like, did you get triggered by anything that was said about you on roast?
I feel like unconscious at the time.
I thought you blacked out.
I also, this is a blessing and a curse, and I am trying to figure out what part of these maladaptive behaviors and weapons, right? We talk about in this podcast, like the first thing I heard when I went to Al-Anon is someone said, I have good news and bad news. The good news is the war is over, and the bad news is you lost. So the war is over, you lost. We have all these sort of weapons. We're still fighting this war that's been over for years, right? So I remember going into the roast and being incredibly numb. I was in writers' rooms for a long time. Like I don't mean to play the like being a woman in comedy is hard thing, but like in 15, 16 years ago, being in a writer's room, the only woman in a writer's room, it was like dicks in your, it was dicks and your face was on a not billboard, I wish, on a dartboard and they're throwing, throwing darts at your face and they're calling you a whore and a cunt and you're not funny. I think I just like realized very early, like you need to go numb. Like you can't feel anything, you can't see anything. Like being in the Comedy Store those early days, like I just went full Teflon and like just full Nell. Like just I didn't let anything in. So that was probably problematic. But I really just like turned it all off.
Yeah.
And then I would like randomly like eat cake in my car and cry. I'm sure that had something to do with it.
My God. You turned me on to Froyo back in the...
I did.
You introduced me to one of those penguins, dude.
I think with the roast thing, to answer your question, I think, and we've talked about this before in the podcast, is that like I'm now at a point where insults can't really hurt me unless I agree with them. So, and I now know that when the roast aside, because that is a very weird job. It's a very odd, it's almost like a sport where you go out on a field for people to fucking tackle you. It's like football where you're like, someone wants to hurt me. We are doing a job where someone is trying to humiliate me.
Yes,
I'm signing myself up for that, which is why I had to stop doing it for a while because I was just like, I'm training people how to treat me. I'm reaffirming a lot of things I already think about myself. I would go out in public and people like, hey, whore.
I know people think you just are.
And I was like, it's like Tuesday at noon at the airport. And I was just like, oh, of course you think you can talk to me like that.
Yep.
Because you've only seen me laugh that off.
Yes.
And it started corroding at my self-worth. And, but I am kind of at a place where I really do understand that when someone criticizes you, they're just hurting and it's anesthetizing for them.
Yep.
That's what I do when I'm like, they're not that good. I'm like, oh, do you feel good about yourself? Did you need that, Whitney?
I had a disclaimer the other night when I was doing my speed dating on Instagram. I was like, I'm not reading your comments. I put a little Post-it note on the comments so I could actually have a conversation without reading people saying stuff. And I just was like, I want to call you out. If you were going to say anything critical, let's all agree right now that you think that about yourself. It's just like, it almost like made people be like, they couldn't, but because I just called it out. But that's anytime, I remember the worst heckle I could ever get is from like a hot girl being like, ew. Like that's the worst thing in my mind is like a hot girl thinking I'm too gross to like be friends with her. Like there's just
let's unpack that.
I mean, I don't know what it is. Like I just feel like I put so much on. I just feel like I'm just innately like kind of dirty and like kind of gross. Like it stems from low self-esteem and like I have a messy room. I've never had in high school I didn't have an organized locker. My clothes were always like dirty. Like I just feel like I don't take care of things. I'm kind of like depression like breeds like a messiness that you become ashamed of. But I'm not that person and I know that, but that's my biggest fear of someone just being like, you're gross. And I'm like, oh, you're right. I am gross. I smell. I'm dirty, whatever. And so I remember one time a girl just going like, ew, after a joke I did. And the joke was gross. It was like about, it was gross. And I was so mean to her, but I just felt so triggered. But it was about like having anal sex and like having an accident during it. And it was pretty a visceral.
Yeah, no, I remember.
It was one of the first times I was doing the joke. So I was just like, when you just start go too over the top and everyone's just like, ugh. But her ew just really stood out to me. And I was like, it's because it's happened to you, hasn't it? I was like, you've pooped on someone. Like 100% she's pooped on someone. She would not react that way if she had. And you could just tell she was like, it definitely had. But like, that's the only time you have a reaction that hard. It's because it's something in you that it's happened to you.
And I love that. And I actually like, for me, I have so much shame. I get triggered sometimes. When I hear girls talking about sex and enjoying it, I realize that through watching a lot of your work where I'm like, oh my God.
Was I enjoying it
No,
in my
I
work?
just mean times where you're like, I like to have sex. I think it was like on Conan where you were talking about like go have someone go down on you. It'll change your life. I remember just being like,
oh my God, I don't even relate to that.
I don't
said that. Can I just say that? I'm so scared of sex. I am not the person that I was for these specials. I haven't had sex in so long. I've only hooked up with 2 guys in a year, one time each, and they were both like very unsatisfying experiences. I'm so terrified of men and sex, and I think about the stuff I've talked about, and like, I don't relate to any of it. I'm back at square one, baby.
So fascinating because I remember being like, I really want to talk to her about how I hate the word unapologetic, even though I know we talked about that, but I hate it when someone's like, this girl's unapologetic. It's like, it's like that.
Just for 30 days. I'm trying it out.
It's so like rare and like she's so ambitious and unapologetic.
Yes.
But like I was like, she really seems to enjoy sex. And I know this is like a hot take, but I don't always enjoy sex. And it's like a thing where I feel like I know I have to do it. A lot of it I realize is like, oh, I just know I kind of have to do this. And it's not like amazing, but sometimes it is. But I don't think I had an orgasm until I was like 27.
I didn't either. That's why I couldn't stop talking about it when I finally did. So I went on like a roll. When I was having good sex in the beginning of a relationship, that fueled all of that material.
Okay,
it was like probably a year of good sex.
I was like, she just like knows how to fuck. Like she's like knows how to tell a man what to do.
No, I am like a younger guy that I was talking to recently was like, you could teach me a thing or two. And I was so stressed out by that. I was like, maybe I could teach you like how to do a 5-paragraph essay or like I don't have any skills in bed. I'm terrible in bed. I want everyone to know that. I really am. I want to lower the bar for myself so bad. I take back everything I said. I'm down to do some stuff and try some stuff.
I'm not even joking. The guy that I have taken a lover in quarantine.
Yeah?
You all know about this. You met him on FaceTime for a second.
Oh,
remember?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes, that's still going on. Okay.
Yes. And
I don't remember that okay, yes.
I told him I was interviewing you and he was like, oh my God, Nikki Glazer. Yeah, I watched your special and he thinks you're so funny. And I was like, don't get any ideas. Like don't get any ideas about like fun sex. Like I remember thinking like, oh God.
I'm so sorry to any women
I
that
can't
have
blame
felt.
being a female comic. Like, oh, he's seen her.
Oh no, I think I've done a disservice to women by acting like I have enjoyed sex. And like I did for a very brief time. I don't know if I ever will again or really like, I hope I do, but I
think you balance
when
both.
you just said, when you just said that, like, I don't really like love sex, whatever you said, it was like really, I felt it in my core. And I don't think I've ever been able to like hear someone say that of like, I'm not that into it. But when I've had it, I like it. And I like, but I didn't come until I was like 26 or so. I had one when I was 21 and then didn't know how to masturbate until much later. Even when I learned I couldn't give myself an orgasm, had to literally be like tied up and forced to have an orgasm. Like that's why I like watching bondage stuff because girls are forced to have orgasms because I will not let myself have that much pleasure. I have to have it forced on me. And I can get there now because I've like worked towards it because I'm like, why are you like holding back on this, but I've looked into it. I feel like almost I'm like sexually anorexic. Like it's too much. Yeah. I will overindulge and then I won't be able to stop. And so I'm just like, I'm on a diet from that.
And I have a book for you. It's called Cupid's Poisoned Arrow.
Wait, I know about this.
Didn't I? I told you about it on your show.
You were the one that you turned me on to Getting to I Do. And then you said Cupid's Poisoned Arrow. I talked about it so much. I only read a third of it and I was like, I'm never jerking off again. Are you still following it?
I
do you do that tantric, like the Katra or whatever?
So I know some people that do, but this is basically about, you guys know I'm a big neuroscience dork, and the chemicals that we emit when we have orgasms like really do make us high, make us addicty, make us crave, make us crash, make us obsessive. If you don't have this, congratulations, you're a normie. Our dopamine receptors are really not wired to just have orgasms every day.
It's like doing a whippet. It's like that the you're getting high. It's
and
a
then
high.
You're getting craving, and then you're getting obsessive, and also just the read the book again. Cupid's Poisoned Arrow. What happens after you have an orgasm is very different in men and women. Men are wired; they produce prolactin, I believe is how it's pronounced, and they pass out. We're wired to be be thinking, wondering, planning. It just it amps me up. I get very wired, and then I get very addicty. And when I start sleeping with someone, especially if the sex is good, when I spend time with them afterwards, I'm just like, why aren't they trying to fuck me? Why aren't they? It's just this constant, why didn't we fuck? Why didn't we just have sex? Why aren't we having sex now? When are we going to have sex? And then I'm like, what bra am I wearing? I need to put a different bra. It's just it
sparks this obsession that wasn't there before the sex. And it's honestly, I turned so many of my friends onto that book, and a lot of them who were having regular sex and coming all the time. I really couldn't even apply to my life because I just don't come a lot. It's just not my first stress reliever thing to go to. But my friends that applied it saw immediate results of as I didn't masturbate for 2 weeks, and as soon as I did, 3 days later, went on a shopping bender. All the things they talk about, the depression, that the obsessive thoughts that come afterward. And then men, when they come, this was the thing in the book that freaked me out. When they come, their body tells them to go fuck something else really soon because all the women in the village that our brains are wired to, we're like cavemen. We're all ovulating at the same time. So he would fuck a girl. Fucking that girl again is a worthless thing. You can't get something pregnant twice.
Yes.
So they're literally repelled by you after they come to go fuck someone else in another teepee. I couldn't believe that, but it makes so much sense.
It does make so much sense.
New pussy, they want it afterwards, and they can't even help that they want it. We can't even blame them. That's what biologically they're wired to want.
And then that basically how 10 months in, that's when we stop being as attracted because that means the baby's born in the first year. It all makes a lot of sense math-wise and neurology-wise, how men's dicks are shaped to scoop out the cum of a competitor.
Of another guy.
It's
It's so crazy. Do you like abstain? Try to like.
I don't really, I'm kind of just at a place, and maybe it's in like my recovery, and like I have so such a strong outreach game, and such a strong like I think self-control is kind of my new addiction. Like I've sort of, it's all whack-a-mole, right? And to me, the pride I feel when I don't obsess about somebody is to me more orgasmic than anything else. Like that's kind of my high now, right? Cooperation and productivity makes dopamine. So me living in those rigid lines is sort of my high. But I also have been doing almost 5 years of trying to change my attachment strategy of like my attachment style, like this,
You can change that. I didn't get to that part of that book.
It takes a really
I just found out what mine was, and I was like, well, I guess I'm doomed. And then I put it down.
But it's different with each different person. So attachment strategy, so I'm sure you talked about on your show.
Yeah, I mean, we got into it a little bit, but
so you can be secure, anxious, avoidant, dismissive, and fearful, avoidant. But it also depends on who you're with. So if you're with someone that's secure, you're not going to be as preoccupied or fearful, avoidant, right? So I finally am like seeing somebody right now that is secure, which I've never met a secure person. And I don't. My goal in a relationship is when
you're
the person
attracting someone healthy because you are.
It's
is
really
it like. Does it feel good? Do you see?
I wouldn't. Look. We're in a pandemic. We've never been outside together, so this is in a vacuum.
Yes.
He does not know me at all, so that helps. But I do think that my goal in a relationship, this might be a big one, is that when the person's not around, I'm not thinking about them.
Yep.
I don't want to miss anyone. I don't want to think about someone. I don't want to try to control someone's behavior. I don't want to wonder. I just want to be able to coexist and be interdependent instead of codependent. And I don't know if it's me or the other person at this point, or it's probably a mix of both.
That's, I think, the goal, because my horse therapist, the one that she really was, she was not great to me. Got a couple nuggets from her, and one of them was like a sign of a healthy relationship is that you could live without them very easily.
Yes.
Like that's the best relationship, that you don't need them at all.
Think about every song we heard growing up. Like, I can't live without you. I'm a mess without you. I mean, we've been, I'm trying to figure out what's nature and what's nurture. We've been conditioned to believe, romanticize really sick, addictive love.
Yes.
It's passion, your soulmates. That shit
rom-coms
so fucked up.
Totally. Yeah, you're right. And we should, that's crazy. You tell that to people who are in codependent relationships, and like, you should be able to live without them. They start going, no, I shouldn't. That's not right. Like, they freak out.
Yeah.
Because it's so foreign to even think that way.
Yeah.
For us.
And it's also tricky because I do think that for so long, not saying any of this is easy. You're talking to like two old gals here who have read a lot of books, which is that like, I also love to be needed. It makes me feel like the abandonment risk is less. This person needs me. This person can't live without me. I want to be able to live without them. I don't want them to be able to live without me.
Okay, yeah, that's the thing that's going to be hard.
That's what you got to watch, Right. And so it's like the idea of just sort of like, oh, well, they'll never want to be with me because they want to be with me because I'm not enough and I'm not good enough. But if I have their insulin, but if I know how to do this special foot massage or, whatever thing.
Oh, wow, yes.
That's where it gets like a little dicey.
Even just like dating, though, I think the beginning is the part I'm most scared of. I hate strangers. Like, I hate getting to know someone new. I hate the very first date. Like, that gives me so much anxiety because I feel like I just owe them so much on a first date. I just don't like, I cannot handle the awkwardness of a first date. Really? I mean, no one likes it. That show Dating Around on Netflix that shows first dates really helped me realize like first dates suck. It's not just me. They're all terrible and awkward.
Dude,
but I really can't do it.
Interesting.
I literally am paralyzed.
That's the only date I can do. It's just like, you haven't heard any of my stories. You don't know any of my tricks.
I don't know why that's the one that freaks me out more than anything.
So I mean, it's you have a magnifying glass on you.
I cannot do it, and I'm not in front of an audience. Like I'm trying to like come up with like dating shows because I'm like, if I'm gonna find love, it's gonna be on camera. Like I'm just more comfortable on camera.
You're really good with this, which is I always ask people on the show red flags, things where you're like, that's a bottom line, absolutely not.
Okay. There's so many selfies. Too many selfies.
Yeah.
And I hate to say that because that's not fair because I do think it's okay for women to have selfies.
Human nature is human nature. And I very openly talk about if I see a guy trip and fall, I'm out. Like it's just, I'm sorry, but I need you to keep your balance. I need you to watch where you walk. I need you to be very, I'm just telling you that's going to happen. And it's not a choice.
Oh my God. The guy you're dating, if he's ever.
He knows.
Stepping very carefully.
He knows all the time. Walk very slow, gingerly.
When he does trip, he'll just go, look away! Like, quick!
It's happened to me. Like, I've been in love with someone, saw them trip it on a cobblestone walking.
No,
it was like, it was truly over.
You would have had a hard time finding love back in like the 1800s. People be tripping everywhere.
So
That's
like,
so funny.
Not saying it's right, but just
sure,
the truth.
You can't help it. Selfies, I've liked so many guys.
We're repelled by people who are vain. It's weird.
I don't like a guy that's just like,
yuck, bye, dude. No.
and like knows they're hot. Because they are hot.
Red flag.
I don't mind it when a girl knows they're hot because I'm like, yeah, you're fucking hot. Get it,
for
girl.
you, yes.
And I know it's sexist and it shows to me that they care about looks so much and I can't be with someone who's that caught up in looks. I just can't do it.
Yeah.
As much as I want that approval from a guy who only dates models and that's, oh my God, my dream is to date a guy that like has a roster of like the hottest chicks and then I get to be added to this list of hot women. That's something I used to want and now I'm like, no, because then I will be replaced by another one. I'm replaceable. Like someone's talking to me about dating a guy and like when you're against their type, like you should want to be not their type because otherwise you're replaceable.
By the way, if someone has a type, it's a red flag. That is so weird to me. The idea that you have a type, like I just, feel free to Google this. I'm about to burn a bridge. What's his name? The guy that Dennis Quaid. He just married a 27-year-old.
Oh yeah.
Who looks exactly like his current wife, but like younger.
Yeah,
like they have the same.
Yeah.
No, like truly the same face.
Oh
like
my
how
God.
like lazy can you be? Like I don't want to have to like take the photos out of the frames around the house. Like, but yeah, having a type is just creepy anyway.
Other red flags, just like saying your dog is your best friend. On like these apps. I'm just thinking about the apps because like when I see a guy that's just like too many, like I understand loving animals. I get it.
Yes.
But like just being like, can't wait for you to meet Riley. And it's just like, I can. I've
Hunter?
met dogs before. Yeah, just like,
Always a
don't
violent-
act like your dog is the most special. Like, don't you know that like, that's not true.
I also hate it when guys name their dogs violent things. It's always like shooter, hunter, cutter, slicer, stabber. It's like, why?
Oh my God, you're
Shotgun, trigger. It's like, Jesus. The cutest puppy ever. It doesn't
my
want that
God.
name.
school shooting.
Yeah.
Just like, well, that's actually like a very weird name. It doesn't mean it.
Meet suicide.
Yeah, that one is the dog thing, and then
Or my thing is having a dog in your profile that's not your fucking dog.
oh, weird.
I DM you and I'm like, what's up with the dog? And you're like, that's my friend.
Yep.
It's like, don't whore out your friend's full dog.
Yes, or like a picture with their niece, and they like scratch out their face or blur the face. That's always like, this makes me feel like you have abducted this child, and this is like a picture from your trip to Thailand that no one really knows what you were doing over there. Like, just don't put a picture of your niece. Or just cut the child out.
It's a red flag that you don't have more photos to pick from, frankly.
Yes, guys need more photos, and that is the problem. But any mention, I don't drink, so, and I don't mind someone who drinks. But if someone is like a beer snob or like their identity is wrapped up in eating meat or
like,
drinking, that's
such a great one. Any kind of like snobbery around like artisanal.
It's just
beer.
You just like to get
coffee.
drunk.
That's right. That's right.
And that's okay.
That's
we'll
fine.
work with it.
Yeah.
I can maybe do it, but like if you've
You need to
created
stop dating white guys.
I know that's the problem. It's it's oh
You need to
boy,
stop dating white guys from
dude.
Portland.
Can I just share a thing that happened on the plane right here with you? Okay, so I was sitting at the gate. I never meet a hot guy on the plane ever. It happens to other people. It's never happened to me. I'm at my gate, flying here, and there was a guy that sits down next to me, and I'm just like, I was like on a FaceTime with a friend. I was like, hey, I gotta go, and I like took out my earphones to be like, I'm able to be talked to, send the signal. I laughed at something that the gate agent said because our flight was delayed and she was being ridiculous, and he took that as a way of like, hey, I think you're great. Like he recognized me, which I was like shocked by. It was in the St. Louis airport. I'm like wearing a mask and like look gross. I'm almost, when you get embarrassed when you get recognized because you're like, I look like shit right now.
And then you're like, I always look like this. Like you recognize me without makeup on.
Yeah,
so there's no point in wearing makeup.
Yeah, yes, right. Oh,
I look the same.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah. So it was that, and I was like, oh, it was nice, and I don't mind if it's being into a guy that like is maybe a fan or something, and also then they're familiar with you, or they clearly like comedy. I like comedy.
That's
good.
not a red flag if someone's a fan of you.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Good. So then we're
They're
chatting
a fan of me. That is a red flag. You, not so much.
That's hilarious. So we board, and he's like Southwest. So he's like, hey,
that's the red flag.
I know his boarding group.
Sorry.
See, no, I know. So I get on, and he goes. I'm before him on the thing. He goes, save a seat for me. We'll talk on the plane. And we've already talked like 40 minutes. We get on the plane. We talk for another 2.5 hours straight. And I don't like to be someone who's chatting on a plane. I felt bad. It was like kind of it was like a 8 p.m. flight. So people are sleeping and we're just like, But I'm like, you know what? I have to be open. I'm so tired. I have to do Kimmel tomorrow. But I'm just like, I want to be open.
Yeah.
I need to flirt. This guy's nice. He's cute. And then 2.5 hours into this 3.5 hour flight, I finally am like, so how's dating been for you during this? And he's like, oh, well, I date. And I'm like, oh, like, how's it? And he goes, well, I have a girlfriend. And I was just like, are you joking me? How dare you waste my time? And I felt so stupid because I'm like, I thought this guy was into me.
No. Well, that is the trick of if you're famous, is that guys they're just talking to someone they like, and you think
it's the first time it's happened.
That you think oh no, that happened to me for a little while.
Where you thought they were into you, and then you're like, oh no, they wanted
gay men,
autograph.
fully gay men that I thought I was like. Fully, yes. Can you read the script? And yeah, I thought we were like hanging out, and you were like asking me all these questions, and they're like, can I get Joe Rogan's number? And I'm like, not on a date.
God,
yeah, that's a tricky one.
It's happened to me a lot.
Welcome to being a straight man.
That's happened to me before with like straight men in the business that they wanted to just like do a podcast together instead of like date me, and I thought they wanted to have sex. But this is the first time it was like a normal guy that I'm like, and it really I just was so mad.
Also, by the way, if you have a girlfriend, don't talk to a hot girl on a plane for 2.5 fucking hours.
Yeah, how about that?
How about that also, sir?
But he's such a huge fan, so I guess it slides. But
like hit her Patreon. You got a private podcast. You got a private 2.5 hour podcast.
I was just like, I would have slept on this flight. I was so freaking angry, and I wanted to be like, what? Did you not think this was flirty? Because I thought I wanted to say something, but instead I just talked to him the rest of the way because I felt like bad that I couldn't get mad at him now. I was almost started crying. Like I was really upset because I was just like, what did I misunderstand? Am I so bad at reading people? And also am I and is he so hot that he would almost scoff at the idea that I would think he'd be into me? Like, and it all felt
what is
so,
he like? What kind of am I like so unattractive that he wouldn't lie?
Yes.
And like, did I not get him to want to break up with her in this last 2.5 hours?
Yes, that all
like,
came to
like final answer? Like still?
Oh my God.
I know you had a girlfriend at the beginning of the flight, but like you still?
I'm not even joking. But I was being crazy before this. He did not deserve, he shouldn't want to date me because as we were talking, he was mentioning and I'm thinking about, moving to, Seattle for this. And I was just like, well, why would he say that? Like, he knows I can't move to Seattle. We are just sitting and talking for a half hour. And I'm already like, he said he doesn't want kids. Like, why would he say that and not even be just open to them?
Like, he doesn't know where I stand with kids. Such a good mom. Just give me a minute.
It was... So I was already There's no winning.
And here's what I'll say. Like, that is not, that is, we are wired, that we are literally rotting from the inside. We do have a very finite amount of time, not only for this podcast, because I have to let you go, because I don't want to be that asshole who's keeping you here forever.
Stop. But
I know. I never want to stop talking to you, but I don't want to be rude. But there is this sense of urgency all the time of get out of my fucking way. If you're not the guy, get out of my way. I have enough guy friends. I'm at capacity on that. I don't need more guy friends. And
I don't.
And I certainly don't need to fucking talk to you for 2 hours. I can be writing jokes. I can be sleeping. I can be crying. There's lots of things I can be doing.
It was back to what we were talking about before with like obsessing over guys. This interaction where I was like, you know what, Nikki, don't sleep on this flight. Open yourself up to this opportunity. I wasted it. I didn't get rest. I didn't work on my jokes for Kimmel. Like, I lost something because I was trying to date. And that's why I hate dating. It's a fucking waste of time,
that's why fucking romantic comedies ruined us. It's like, I'm going to meet him on the plane. Like, no, you're not.
No,
when in real life would you ever entertain talking to a stranger on a fucking tube of farts in the sky? It was like, what fucking movie did you see?
I know.
Was like, yeah, this could work.
Oh, and I didn't even see the lower half of his face. So it could have been a really, like, I never saw this. I wouldn't recognize him in public. So
you're going to get a great joke out of it or something.
Yes,
something. It's going to end up buying you a house
literally,
or something.
It's something. That's what I said to myself when it happened. I was like, at least this is a story. This is a thing. I put myself out there, and that's what I got.
That drives me nuts. And I always say to guys, do not waste a girl's time. Like, in relationships, anything. If you want to break up, if you want to cheat, just get, like, we're fine. We can handle. We'll be okay.
Yeah, I just would have liked him to mention it within the first half hour. It was to the point where, like, I felt like the people in front of us.
It should come up in the first 10 minutes.
Thank you.
Easy.
That's where I was at mad. I was like, you couldn't have dropped girlfriend. There were plenty of opportunities. I was definitely
even if it's not organic. Oh God, usually when I fly, my girlfriend handles my luggage. Thank you. Oh my God, this will be a 20-minute conversation.
Yep. And I will tell you, and I'll put my headphones on and be like, I need to sleep, and it would be done. But like, how dare? That's where I felt used.
Oh,
like,
I was about to say the only thing worse than being used for sex is just being used for like airplane chit chat.
That is annoying everyone in our cabin, and that's why the guy in front of me. I knew the guy in front of me was just like, these fucking people, they will not shut up the whole ride. And I was kind of thinking like, oh, I bet they're listening to like us fall in love, and it'll be like they're gonna tell their friends. And I know when that guy heard, yeah, I live with my girlfriend, he was just like, oh, I know people heard it.
I had this thing one time where I went on this, and I'm letting you go, is that I have so many more questions for you, but I went on this date with a guy, because when I first started getting on dating apps, I thought I was dating and people would send me like resumes and like stuff, or it was like all like people trying to like network with me like work wise, which thank you. I made it. And and
that is validating.
Yeah, if someone star fucks you, it means you're a star. Just take the win.
Yeah.
And so I went on a date with this guy, and he was like halfway through was like, anyway, so I'm really trying to get started as like a stand-up or something like that. And I was like, I'm not gonna let this. I'm so afraid of wasting time. I feel like I've lost so much time on bullshit, addictions, and eating shit and men and whatever, that I was like, we're gonna make this work. Give me the script. Like, we are developing this. Like, I got him an agent. Like, I helped him out. Like, I like the idea that with that, you get off the plane with him and you're like, I just gave up. We're dating. We're going on a date. Yes. We're not like this. You're not going to have wasted 2.5 hours. We're changing the end of this story.
Well, that's why I got his number and was like, you know, if you're like, this is a girlfriend. Like,
I like that you like force him into being in your life in some way. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
You should have thought about that.
That's why he didn't ask for my number. I go, take my number, because I was like, I put in a lot of work here. There has to be some chance that this can be.
This we can still salvage this. Yeah. Oh, we met on this airplane, but he had a girlfriend, but we kept in touch.
The story is still. Then I talked about it on a podcast. He saw that. She got really mad because she found out that he lied about.
They were meant to be anyway. So
they
it was like the universe intervened, and like now here we are.
And now I'm living in Seattle with him with no kids. And I don't really like the bottom of his face. But this is...
I feel like we're in Act 1. We're not in Act 3. We're definitely end of Act 1.
I'm still building this whole thing out. Yeah.
I have very big plans for this. Okay, so if you guys have not watched Kimmel, watch her on Kimmel.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I have a daily podcast that people can listen to called You Up. And
which is so hypnotic and soothing in it. It just feels like, maybe it's because I want to be friends with you, but it feels like just hanging out with you.
Thank you. It's so
not
intimate.
It's so intimate, but it's like I was listening to it while I was like getting ready this morning, and I didn't feel yelled at. I didn't feel like you were like throwing anger at me. A lot of podcasts are just like people are just yelling at you. It's their shit. They're complaining. Like I just felt like I was just hanging out with you.
Oh, thanks, girl.
And like it was just like a really perfect blend of just like intimacy, comedy, authenticity. Like, you just gave me permission to feel this thing I wasn't feeling.
Oh, thanks. So yeah, I do that every day, and who knows what's next.
And you have this amazing ability to keep it to like 40 minutes, which I don't.
Oh, no, it's a struggle.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really? I saw one that was like 30 minutes. I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, that was a day where I just like, yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
We had like planned to talk for an hour. I'm guessing we've been talking for an hour and a half.
It's bad. It's bad. Your friend left, and you live here. You live here now.
She'll be fine. It's fine.
You're going to be so mad at me after this. And then you'll be touring soon. NikkiGlaser.com, Instagram. Go look at her veiny hands on Instagram. Love you guys. Don't ride elephants. Goodbye. I was ending super awkward.
Oh, I love that.